A few short years ago, I had the pleasure of being the chair of the Environment Committee, and we spent a lot of time talking about the waste crisis in Connecticut. And one of the aspects that we highlighted was that 24% of our waste stream is food waste. So we spent a lot of time trying to figure out what to do with that food waste. We would talk about composting, anaerobic digestive facilities for clean energy, but also a lot of that food is resourceable. And by resourceable, we mean food that is large quantities from supermarkets that's still good, but they don't sell, or maybe a large banquet, or a university has a conference, food that can be used by people who are food insecure. So 24% of our waste stream is food, yet 13% of our population in Connecticut are food insecure, which has really just become a fancy word for hungry. We have veterans who are hungry, we have children who are hungry, we have seniors who are hungry. So as legislators, we need to address it and do something about it. So last year, we passed a bill in the General Law Committee regarding a task force. It was a bipartisan bill that we all supported, and we held that task force this past fall. Myself and Senator Moore were the chairs of the task force. We also had our supermarkets at the table. We had Department of Consumer Protection, Department of Health, DOAG, and a lot of our local organizations that work and volunteer on food resourcing. And while a lot of great recommendations came out of that task force, one of the things we found was that the approach towards food insecurity in Connecticut is very disjointed. If you want to try to get information, you have to go to 5 different departments. We talk about it in Department of Education, we talk about it in Department of Public Health, we talk about it all over the state, but there's not one place you can go to get the statistics or to talk about the strategy for addressing food insecurity. So what this bill is, it takes one of the recommendations from that task force and it creates a position within the Commission on Women's, Children, Seniors, and Equity for that position to begin to gather the data and also determine strategy that we can use and we could mirror in our municipalities. So that's a big part of this bill. And then the second half of this bill, as Representative Case mentioned, was creating tax incentives for supermarkets to build in food deserts. And I know Representative Case, Representative Khan worked really hard on that aspect, and they could give more details on that. But this is a great bill. I want to thank our chairwoman of the Human Services Committee who brought all these bills together into one place. And I want to take the opportunity to thank all of the volunteers that are in every one of our communities that really work every day to move food from organizations to those in need. They put them in their car, they transport them, they refrigerate them, they store them, and they make sure those that are hungry get the food they need. And it's really a shame that we even have to pass this bill, but I appreciate all the work of the task force and my Senate co-chair and urge my colleagues to adopt the bill. Thank you.